Zach, we talked about that one last week, right? Zach
Which
put a link in?
I'd never seen that
The
video.
custody one?
Custody.
I don't know if we spoke about it on this show, but you're referring to the Texas video where the man was going to the household where his son was because he has visitation and it's his day for the kid. Kid isn't there inexplicably, and he gets an altercation with the stepfather who produces a weapon. Long story short, he kills the other man. That one's interesting because by the letter of the law, like the guy was kind of justified to shoot the other man because the other man says, I'm going to take your gun away and kill you. And then he grabs at the man's gun.
Terrible thing to say.
And the man is like, oh, you said the magic words. You said the magic words. And he shoots him twice.
He said everything but, I am an immediate threat to your well-being.
Yours and your family, as well as your property.
I am going to cause seriously bodily harm, murder, or rape. That's North Carolina
Maybe
law.
all of
For the future jury, I am willfully attempting to harm this man.
He just said the dumbest thing you can say when you're in an altercation like that. And he tried to wrestle the gun away from the man. The man gave him a warning shot, and then he shot him in the face. And it's on camera from two different points of view. And now you've got like a dead father, and it's in Texas.
No angle, Kyle, where perhaps the guy who got shot was trying to undo a kidnapping?
No.
Okay.
No, that's not a possible angle.
Was the guy who got shot engaged in a current kidnapping?
No. He just didn't produce because like our cop friend was telling us, like just because the court says he has visitation, that's between them, and that like probate court or whatever, or like whatever that's called.
It makes sense. Like, all right, you're supposed to give me. It's my time. 3 p.m. You hand the kid over to me.
It's a rule, not a law.
301. Murdering time. Suddenly it's kidnapping. Suddenly it's I can break and enter in your house. Like
but why do you go outside with a gun?
The guy's on his property and won't leave. And look, I'm not justifying what he says. I'm just telling you like what occurred that made him do that thing. Him producing a gun was very foolish. He should have gone inside the house, cled the door.
Yeah, he walked out with a gun. It's always so crazy. It's like you take it to such a whole other level.
Yeah. I think that he's, if you think about the whole situation, right? If you add all the pieces up, he's the new husband of this lady. They've already got that beef between them. And like this other dude is like bigger physically, and he's like in this guy's face, like kind of pushing him around on his own front porch in front of his family. We can't let that fly. I mean, you can kind of start understanding what's going through this guy's head to be like, you know what? You're not going to come to my house on my porch in front of my family and push me around. Like, I've already got to deal with like used to be with my wife. Like, you know what? How about I grab my fucking carbine and we see if you still want to be a bully today? And so that's one way to like look at it, I suppose. Another is that they tricked this guy into showing up, getting mad, and then murdered him, which is the point of view that a lot of people have. But because I guess he's very well connected in the community, the one who did the shooting. I think maybe his ex-wife or his wife or something is a judge. I don't know all the nitty-gritty details, but I just thought it was a cool gun he shot the other guy with mostly.
Oh,
that gun was crazy.
Yeah.
What was it?
It's a 9mm carbine of some kind that I'm not very familiar with. It's like it looks kind of like an AR type thing, or like it really looked like a Ruger 1022 type thing. It's something I'm not very familiar with. Someone was explaining it to me, but I saw the magazine and I knew it was 9mm or a carbine.
Some people argue that a 9mm doesn't have the stopping power. Would you say that argument becomes wildly untrue in a rifle form?
No, the velocity's mildly higher, I'm sure. I don't know what it would be.
There's less waste coming out of the barrel. Most of that power goes into the bullet, is the thought process I had.
Yeah, it's acting on the bullet for a longer period of time. It's able to apply more force. It does have a higher velocity with a longer barrel. But that higher velocity isn't high enough.
It's in the same class pistol rifle, if it's the same bullet.
I don't know specifically exactly what it would be, but I would imagine it's like a couple hundred feet per second faster. It's not like it doubles in speed and suddenly becomes a killing machine. 9mm is fine anyway, like especially if you're using hollow point ammunition, which is what a civilian's using. It's when those cops are shooting those guys 15 times, they're shooting Full Metal Jacket ammo that's just kind of going in and coming out the other side. It's not really doing all that disgusting stuff that hollow point ammo does.
I thought the cops carried hollow point.
No.
You probably have a lot more dead people if they
I
did.
hope they don't. I hope I'm not wrong about this. I know military doesn't. I guess I just assume that cops as
Geneva
well would not carry hollow points. I hope cops don't carry hollow points.
Cops can do whatever they want. Like they'll get away unless they're like one of the few cops who shoots an unarmed black guy. No one's going to care. They can get away with murder. They can literally get away with murder.
Is there any truth to the idea that hollow point, would not do as well on, say, a leather jacket or a couple of layers?
No.
Hollow point would not give a damn about that. You think?
Hollow point don't give a fuck about clothes.
Okay.
If anything, it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be opened up when it hits you.
I can see that too. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be worse.
It'll drag pieces of your North Face into your heart.
That's how a lot of people die. That's what actually kills a lot of people from gunshot wounds historically, because those old like muskets and stuff, like you're lobbing this like 50, 60, 70 caliber round piece of lead at somebody. It wouldn't go in that deep if it was a long range. It just kind of go in an inch or two. They could pull it right out. But the problem was it would push your filthy rags that you were wearing on that Revolutionary War battlefield into the wound. And they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. They'd stitch you right back up, and then you just get gangrenous and rot from the inside, go septic and fucking die. A horrific